Hello, my fans, sneak peepers, and curious friends. I'm difficult and demanding. If you want to know my real name, then hold still, and I might bring your wish to fruition. Before I begin, you can find this show in iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Blueberry, Google Play Music, TuneIn, YouTube, and Stitcher. Now, unlike the other people in your life, I actually care about what you think, what you don't think, and what you try not to think about. Welcome to the Difficult and Demanding Show. I'm real, uncensored, unconventional, and shoot straight between the eyes. My show is outrageously honest with a keenly witty view into life. Yes, I said life. That's what we do every single day. We are living life. Well, some of us at least. I'm going to provide laughter, shock, while touching your inner being. Maybe your body if you're lucky. Why do I call myself difficult and demanding? Well, first, because I can. 2, because I'm not supposed to. 3, this is the most important point. It only means something if I give life to it. So, I'm going to slowly unveil you to you and give you a new life to live. Difficult and demanding is going to liberate every part of your being and maybe your body. I, your host Tara, am keeping it authentic, intriguing, and provocative. If you have entered my world, then be honest with yourself about it. You want to be here, and you know I want you here. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing really, really well this week. I want to talk to all of you about something that's near and dear to my heart. Well, it's not necessarily my heart, but it's more like a pain in my ass. But it's something that I experienced, and a number of you probably have also. And some of you probably don't know. And a small part of you probably do know. And half of you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And probably all of you don't know what I'm talking about because I haven't told you what I'm talking about. So what am I talking about this week? Well, I want to talk about gaslighting. No, I'm not talking about lighting up a stove or oven or a barbecue or some type of camp light or campfire. I'm talking about gaslighting. It's something that someone does to another person that undermines their well-being, undermines their judgment, undermines their esteem, undermines their worth, and it's done so well, so subtly, that you don't even know it's being done to you. Now, the term I am talking about is gaslighting, and the person that does it is a gaslighter. Now, what is this? Well, gaslighting is a form of manipulation, deviant form of manipulation. Now, I don't know if this is something that a person is taught to do, or it's the way their brain thinks, or maybe it's the way the sun, the moon, and the goddamn stars align. But there are some people who you meet, and as you engage with them and spend more and more time with them, you find yourself thinking, feeling, and behaving out of character. You're out of your shell. You just slowly metamorph into something that you are not. And it happens so slowly that you don't even know it's being done to you. Now, what am I talking about? Have you ever had a conversation with someone and you're being polite, respectful, compassionate, understanding, honorable, and you're discussing something that is uncomfortable, displeasing to one or both of you, but you're handling it like an adult. Yet the person you're talking to, instead of talking to you, engaging with you in a manner that's conducive to respect, maturity, assertiveness, they verbally lash out with something that is out of the blue. The conversation can be going very, very calm, and then out of the blue, they'll say something that's very aggressive, very mean, unwarranted, unnecessary. And as soon as they say it, they'll go back to being normal. Normal meaning polite, respectful, kind. Now you are thrown off because you could have sworn that this person told you to go fuck yourself. But they said it so quickly and so subtly, and they went back to being normal that you're questioning, okay, did they say that? Did they do that? Because they're being so nice and they're being so cooperative and they're being so respectful. So maybe it was my imagination when I heard that person say, go fuck myself. Maybe that didn't happen. Yes, you think I'm making this shit up. I'm not making it up. You can be having a conversation. So how was your day? How was your day? Well, I've been meaning to talk to you about something. You keep leaving the toilet seat up, and I recall we had a conversation that we would make an effort to keep the toilet seats down. What the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? Huh? What the fuck is wrong with you? Huh? What did I say? Oh, yes, we did have a conversation about that. And you know what? I'm sorry. I will make a better effort of putting the toilet seat down. You guys you probably like, what in the hell just happened? That's what I'm talking about. But that is one form of how this can play out as far as gaslighting. What these people they try to do is they want to knock you off your base. They want to knock you off your center. They want to knock you off your grounding. These are the same people where one, you catch them flirting, kissing, or fucking someone else. You catch them in bed, butt naked, dick and pussy. You catch it all. You walk in as they're fucking humping, doing it all. And that person will jump out of bed, come to you and tell you it is not what you think. It is not what you see. This is not what's going on. Now, you and I both know that both asses are butt ass naked, dripping juices and sweat. But this person will sit here and tell you, you know what? No, that's not what you saw. That's not what you think. I was helping her out. I was giving her a massage. Her neck hurt, her back hurt, whatever. This is what they will do. They will start to mess with, contort, explode, deteriorate your reality. Now, if you happen to love that person, it's going to be very difficult for you to withstand the barrage of bullshit that they're going to bring your way. They are skilled at distorting and contorting reality. That means your reality. They will undermine your good judgment, your good sense, anything that's tied to you having some self-worth and self-esteem. These people will get rid of that shit. Now, some people, they're very blatant and they'll basically put a bomb and blast through that shit. But others who wants to keep you around for a very, very long time, they will mask and disguise that shit. Your relationship will be going well. The person will be so loving and so giving and so kind and so attentive. And all of a sudden they'll do a fucking 180 on your ass. You're smothering me. You want too much from me. I give you too much. Da 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 da. When all along you haven't asked this motherfucker for anything. They've been giving it to you all along like they love you. They want to be with you. They appreciate your very existence. One fine day, they wake up on the right side of the bed, the wrong or the right side of the bed, because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And they will tell you, I'm tired of you. I feel smothered by you. I feel controlled by you. I don't know if I want this relationship. I don't know if I want to be with you. They'll twist it out of the blue. Listen to what I said. We have to be very careful about what we are being shown or what we experience or what we see. Because the clues are always there, but we ignore them. Everybody has issues, hiccups in their relationship. What defines one versus the other? It's how the people deal with it. Do they maintain respect? Do they maintain understanding? Can they have a conversation? But for those of you who are in a relationship with someone who treats you like you are the end all be all, like you are the air that they breathe and the water that they need, they treat you like you are precious, like you are priceless. And then all of a sudden, that son of a bitch does a 180 on you and starts talking some crazy shit that you've never heard before. I'm telling you, run for your life. Run away from that relationship. Because that is the beginning signs of a very dangerous situation to be in. Now it's hard because when you're initially in a relationship, everything is great. People are putting on their best clothes, making the best effort. They're attentive. They're just everything that you want and more. But you and I both know as time goes by, that facade fades and the real person comes out. Now, I'm not saying we have to be perfect. We are human beings. We are perfectly imperfect. But there's some things called normal and there's some things called abnormal. And a lot of us are not taught what manipulative, gaslighting, deviant behavior looks like. You will have someone that tells you, I love you, I adore you, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. And then 3 months, 4 months, 2 days later, whatever, they'll start telling you, you're a waste of my time, you're a waste of sperm, I shouldn't be with you, you're beneath me, you're lucky to have me. And then after they finish spewing all that nastiness at you, they will come back to you like it never happened, say, you know, I love you, I want to be with you, you're the best thing ever. It's like night and day, Jekyll and Hyde, on, off. Those are not normal things. You want to know why they're doing it? Because when you're in love and when you are happy, you are exposed. You are vulnerable. And you're saying, wait a minute, Tara, difficult and demanding. Don't be vulnerable. Don't be exposed. No. That's not what I'm telling you. We have to learn to be open, vulnerable, and exposed. That's how you connect. That's how you build relationships. I'm not asking you to shut yourself off or shut yourself down. What I'm asking you is to be keen, to be observant, to be aware. We make excuses and justifications for shit, for bullshit that is detrimental, harmful to our well-being, our present, and our future. And we stay there because we love someone. You know why we fall in love with someone? Because they make us feel like the best thing in the world. So we're going to have disagreements with people. But when you have disagreements, you have to look at how those disagreements happen. When you're engaging, interacting with someone, you have to look at how it's acting, how they're acting, what they're saying, what they're doing. Are they coming for your throat? Are they trying to gut you on some basic everyday disagreements? People who manipulate, who gaslight, they lie. They lie on the simplest things. They call it white lies. Things that they shouldn't even have to lie about, they lie. All they're doing is just conditioning you. They want you to get used to their reality, an alternate reality called the fucking Twilight Zone. You can never really get them to admit to anything. And when they admit to it, one fine full moon, when they have a moment of clarity, they'll say, you know what? Yes, you're right. I was disrespectful. I was inconsiderate. I was mean. ... And I understand how it hurt you. And I won't do it again. If someone did something hurt you, you would say, you know what? That's a sincere, honorable, respectful apology. You know what? You made a mistake. I love you. I forgive you. Thank you. But with these gaslighting, manipulative, lying type of people, what they're going to do, they're going to find another reason, another excuse to treat you like the same, give you the same shit that they gave you before, but they have a new reason. Before, it's because you blinked at them once. That's why they cursed you the fuck out and made you feel like shit. The next time, it's not because you blink once. It's because you smacked your lips together while eating, and that's why they cursed you the hell out. You see, they are a moving target. As they keep moving and changing themselves around, You can never really pinpoint what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. They keep you in a state of limbo. They keep you hovering. They keep you unsure. They keep you indecisive. They do everything to offset, because when someone works that hard to make you feel loved and make you feel happy, most people naturally want to reciprocate. You want to give that love and appreciation and respect back. So that's what they do. They flood you, they overwhelm you, they avalanche you with so much love, attention, and gifts that you feel like you're floating. Like this is what you've been waiting for all your life. This is the person you've been waiting for all your life. But the funny thing is this. They're doing that for a reason. They're doing that because they, when they deem the time is right, are going to come at you with a barrage of foolishness, with a barrage of nonsense. And you're going to see how distraught, angry, upset they are, that you're going to want to work harder, 10 times harder, to make sure that they're happy and they're fulfilled and make sure they're never upset like that again. That's how they work at you. That's how they chip away at you. You could have forgotten to give them their plate of food first. And they will go the hell off on you like you shot their firstborn goddamn child. Their reaction will be disproportionate to reality of the situation. But anyone who sees or has a loved one that is hurting, you're going to want to fix that. You're going to want to make it better. So then when they got you to a position where you are trying to please, appease, you're basically coming up with magic tricks to try to make them happy. Well, here's the thing. They're never happy. It's never good enough. You always miss the mark. So when they got you now seeking validation, seeking approval, seeking their love, seeking their support, you get on the hamster wheel. So let me explain this to you again, because it feels like I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to hone in on something. We have to pay attention to the red flags that are in front of us. When we begin relationships, most relationships, they're like honeymoons. They're the best thing ever. And then as time goes on, the layers, the veils, they start getting peeled back, and we get to see how a person, who and what they are. And it's hard when our heart is involved to decipher what exactly is being done to us. You have to really pay attention to how a person makes you feel and what they do to make you feel that way. Because there's only a certain range, a threshold that a person should operate in between. It's kind of like two parallel lines, a ceiling and a floor. And if you're dealing with someone who has mood swings or says things that goes below the floor or through the ceiling, I'm telling you, that motherfucker's off. I don't care how kind, polite, how giving, how attentive, how well traveled, how well educated, how well paid. There is a certain range of emotion. Happiness, anger, sadness, fear, rejection. There's a certain threshold. Now, each one of us we have our own thresholds. I'm telling you, if you are in a relationship with someone who seemed like an angel that has fallen from the heaven, or the devil that has risen from hell, whatever, we all like it different. And you find on a particular day of the week, time of the month, whatever, that this person is going through the ceiling as far as their anger, or falling through the floor with their sadness, I'm telling you that person is chemically off, and you need to get the fuck out of that relationship as soon as possible. Now you're saying, that's wrong. I'm abandoning the person. Well, yeah, but two, it's not your goddamn problem. Because the longer you stay with someone who is not balanced, yes, I said they are not balanced, which means they are imbalanced. You are being sucked into a cyclone, a tornado, in which your well-being is the price to pay. You will begin to think that you're crazy. You will begin to think that you're unworthy. You will begin to think that you are a nuisance. You will begin to think that there is no one else out there for you, and you should be grateful to be with that crazy ass manipulative person that you're in a relationship with. You will find yourself getting really, really sad, anxious, or you'll find yourself very angry. And then as soon as you get angry for calling them out on something they've done to you, they will turn around and tell you, see what kind of person you are? See how horrible you are? You shouldn't even have me. You're lucky to have me. You shouldn't have me. You can't get better than me. Look at how you behave. Look at how you are. People like that, they twist everything. They take partial truths. They mix it with lies. They tell bold lies. They may tell the truth. Everything is fluid and in the air. And I'm trying to tell you people, relationships should not be that damn hard. Shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, we're going to have disagreements and things like that. But I'm telling you, if you are in a relationship that is hard as hell, I'm telling you that relationship's not for you. If you are in a relationship where you find yourself angry, bitchy, bickering, you feel unworthy, you feel less than, you feel like you can't get another motherfucker, I'm telling you, the relationship you're in, it's toxic. It's toxic. Now with these people, they will give you honeymoons and they will give you honey hells. What are honey hells? That means pure hell. It oscillates from one extreme to the next. Now, if you want to be foolish like me and spend 17 years in nonsense like this, you do that. But I'm hoping to impart on you guys the wisdom of knowing when you are being played. Now, their words will say one thing, these gaslighters, and their actions will say another. 9 times out of 10, their words and their actions do not align. And let me tell you this, when what a person says and what a person does, when it does not match, they're lying. There's a lie in that bitch. I'm telling you that right now. If someone's saying, I love you, you mean the world to me, I would do anything for you. But then you find that person being disrespectful, inconsiderate, not doing what they say they're going to do. I'm telling you, when words and actions do not match, you need to leave. You need to bounce. You do. You see, I believe actions speak louder than words. But sometimes you can't perform actions, so you have to go off of words. But if I'm telling you, you had to choose, look at a person's actions. Look at how they treat you when you disagree. Look at how they treat you when you actually need support. Look. We have this magical ability that if someone does something kind for us, we feel that we owe them. Yes, if someone's been kind to us, more kind to anyone that we've encountered in our life, we pledge ourselves to them. We become loyal to people who are not worthy of us. All because they showed us an act of kindness that we've never encountered before. I'm telling you, listen to your gut, listen to your instincts. If it doesn't seem right, if you cannot connect the dots, there's a lie in that bitch. Disrespect does not belong in a relationship. And if you are in a relationship where this person feels comfortable, whether they admit it or not, disrespecting you, dishonoring you, being disloyal to you, I'm telling you to let that person go. Because anyone who truly loved me, you would never cross that line. You would never dare to think to cross that line. Yes, a number of us, we're in relationships. You're being called a bitch. You're being called a bastard. You're calling this, a deadbeat, a jacket. That language does not belong in a relationship. Now, I'm not saying that you have to agree with everything. I'm not saying you're not going to have arguments. What I'm telling you, when disrespect is introduced in a relationship, let it go. That's a fucking steep, slippery slope. Disrespect has no place in any relationship. It doesn't matter what you're talking about, what you're going through, what misunderstanding, what miscommunication. Disrespect has no place in a relationship ever. Now, people make mistakes. So if you want to give someone one free pass, you better make sure it's only one free pass. But if a person feels comfortable to disrespect you more than once, that means they will do it again, and they will do it again, and they will do it again. And I'm telling you, don't put up with that shit. I don't care how big his dick is. I don't care how tight her pussy is. I don't care who they know, where they live, what their zip code, how well they're dressed, who they're friends with, where they travel in the world. I'm telling you, Love does not hurt. Love never hurts. Love is not disrespectful. Love does not come with strings attached. Love takes you as you are and helps you radiate, shine, and be the best person of yourself. I didn't say perfect. I said best. And if your best is not good enough, and keep in mind, your best can change every minute of every single day. But if your essence of who you are is not good enough, you need to let that person go. You're saying, but my ass. If you found one, you'll find another one. You'll find another one. You'll find another one. We must stop taking disrespect, making excuses for that shit, and letting it go. I'm saying no more free passes to manipulation, to disrespect, to dishonesty. There's no more free passes. If we don't value ourselves, we don't honor ourselves, how in the hell are we going to expect someone else to do that for us? Now, there's all types of people in this world. Some are good for us, some are so-so for us, and some are not so great for us. We can't change that. But what we can change is the type of people we attract. And the only way we're going to get something different is if we change who we are, how we are. I'm telling you not to tolerate disrespect anymore. I'm telling you not to tolerate disregard anymore. I'm telling you not to tolerate disloyalty anymore. Don't. Why? What is it worth? You have to believe on some level that it's better. It gets better. It's easy to do the wrong thing. Yes, it's easy to do the wrong thing. You know what the wrong thing was? For me, I stayed 17 years in a relationship with someone who was not worthy of me. And I worked very hard trying to make that person a better person when it ended up turning around and biting me in the ass. You can't change a person's character. Listen to what the hell I said. If a person is a liar, a manipulator, an underminer, vindictive, vengeful, mean, insecure, you can't change their character. It is what it is. Now, the only person that can change someone's character is the person that it belongs to. So if you find yourself in a relationship trying to help someone become better because you think they're immature, they weren't loved enough, whatever, what fucking ever. I'm telling you, don't waste your time. It's a sinking ship and you're going to be the first motherfucker that drowns. We need to worry about our own growth, our own well-being. I learned the hard way. I can't fix anybody but myself. I've learned the hard way. Don't waste my goddamn time. You see potential? I don't fuck with potential. Either you got it or you don't. Either you will or you won't. Women, men, we see potential in a person. We figure we can build them up, help them shine, help them be. You need to build yourself up to make better decisions, to get somebody who is already at or above the level where you're trying to be. Listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. We meet people when we're younger. We meet people when we're older. We meet people whatever. They're not fully what you need or what you want, but you see the potential in them. I'm telling you, shoot that motherfucker in the head. Kill potential. If a person is not where you want them to be, above and beyond, don't waste your time. Because all that's going to do is hold you back. That is going to stunt you. Don't tolerate disrespect. Don't tolerate anyone making you question your judgment. Don't tolerate anyone who's making you question what you're worthy of or what you're not. Don't tolerate anyone who thinks it's okay to even come close to the line of disrespecting you. It is not okay. And once you let them do it once, I can guarantee you they will do it again. And they will do it again, and they will do it again. Because if you let them get away with it once, I'm sure if they create the right circumstances, you'll let them do it again. And they'll create a different set of circumstances, and they'll do it again. How many times can you get punched in the stomach before it actually impacts you? Some people, one hit to the stomach, air knocked out of you, you move the hell on. Now, if you're like me, I took many, many blows, figuratively, over 17 years, trying to improve someone's character to be a much more better human being on this earth. And I can tell you this, the payoff, nil, zitch, not worth it. What I should have done is did a U-turn and said, I'm out of here, bye. And invested my time and energy in people who were honest, who were forthright, who took ownership, responsibility for who they are and what they've done. You cannot tolerate disrespect. You cannot tolerate disregard. You cannot tolerate people manipulating and twisting things. You cannot tolerate people who cannot accept responsibility for their actions. If you're around someone who likes to blame any and everyone for what is going on in their life, run. Relationships should be simple, clean, and easy. Now, we all have our issues. We all have our problems. That's a part of life. But if someone's not there around you who makes you want to be better, do better, then that's not the right person around you. Listen to what I said. We all have our issues. We can't change that. We're perfectly imperfect and we're here to improve as we go along. But if you find you're around someone who brings out your worst, who helps create things in you that are bad, that never existed before, but all of a sudden you're doing and behaving in this way because you're around this person, you need to cut your losses and move the hell on. You want people around you who inspire you to be the best version of yourself. You want people who you feel are trustworthy and supportive, who gives you the courage to want to dig into your issues, resolve them, heal, and move forward. That's what people who are good for you for. They naturally make you want to be your best. And if you find that you are unhappy, you are depressed, you're bitchy, you're angry, you're anxious, that means you're not around the right people and things that are conducive to you. Now, some of y'all like to be around liars. You do that shit. Some of you like to be around manipulators. You do that shit. Life is a cat and mouse game. Cat and mouse game, it works for some people. It doesn't work for me. People who can't deal with reality, can't deal with the truth, you know what? It takes all type. I don't begrudge you. You live your life. You just won't be in my life. You won't be in my life. I need you all to listen to what I've said. A woman who can disrespect you, call you out of your name, hurt you, invalidate you, let her go. A man who tells you that you don't deserve him and can't get better than him, you need to move on. Someone who cannot appreciate the beauty of your body type, whatever type it is, you need to move on. Someone has an issue with your hair and they ask you to change your hair, you need to move on. Because if you love your hair and the person you're with does not love your hair, that means they don't love you. Now, if you change your hair for this person, that means you don't love you either. And we need to start loving ourselves at any cost, by any means necessary. You will never be alone. You may think you may be alone because you let this sorry, lying, manipulative person go. I can tell you, you will never be alone. Because the better you get, the better version you get, the more improved you get, you will get even a better lover, partner in your life. But if you keep settling for excuses, justifications, bullshit ass explanations about what's going on, you can never receive what you're worth. So gaslighting are people who do things that are malicious, that are hurtful. Sometimes it's blatant, overt. Sometimes it's subtle and covert. How do you identify it? Well, your gut will tell you. Your mind will tell you, this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't seem right. Patterns will show you their actions and their words don't match. They say they love you, yet they hurt you so deep. They say they apologize, they'll never do it again, yet they do it again under a new set of circumstances. It's a never-ending cat and mouse game. all the time that goes by, you become more codependent, more stuck in Charlotte's web, and you can't get out. You don't want those type of people around you. They hurt you. And then they give you the greatest gifts in the world, and they hurt you again. Or they hurt you, they tear you down, and then they come back and say, you know what? Oh, you're great, you're wonderful. Because they want your whole self-worth, your approval, your validation of who you are to come from them. They want to be your end-all, be-all. So when they're in the mood to make you feel like less than shit, they're going to make you feel like less than shit. And if they're in another mood, they're going to make you feel like you're as priceless as the stars. They want the control, the ability to catapult you, boomerang you all over the place at their whim. You are the kite. They hold the string and they control the wind. They want to own you, possess you on every single level. Don't make my mistakes. I guess it's not a mistake. I guess it's priceless wisdom. If they disrespect you once, they will disrespect you again. If they see that a stupid ass sincere apology will work, they're going to do it again. You have to look for the patterns in your relationship, the patterns and their behavior and what they say. Look at how it makes you feel. Look if it's helping you, if it's hindering you, if an argument or disagreement is handled in a healthy, unhealthy way. We must stop ignoring red flags. We must. Don't let fear, don't let complacency, don't let all those things interfere with your health, your well-being, your peace, your happiness, your joy, your state of mind. Don't let someone take that shit from you. You got to love yourself first. You got to respect yourself first. And when you get all that stuff in line and order and you know what it looks like, then you can say, you know what? This is what I expect. This is what you will give, and you will not give me less than that. Because if anyone tries to give you less than what you deem you are worth, then that is your first clue. Bye, motherfucker, bye. That's what I said. Bye, motherfucker, bye. If you establish you are a 10 and you were respected at a 10, and someone's coming to you with a 9.5, a 9, 8.5, they're falling short, they need to fall the hell out the door. There's no explanation. There's no, I had childhood issues. There's no, I don't know how to love someone. There's no, I was hurt from my last relationship. None of that bullshit is your problem. Either you bring it or you don't. You will or you won't. You stand up or get the fuck out the way. Don't tolerate liars, manipulators. Don't tolerate it. You don't have to. There's over 1 billion people on this earth, and I'm sure there's someone who can give you the love, the respect, and treasure you like you deserve. Now, I hope some pieces of this made sense, because what I'm talking about is a very, very complicated issue. But the issue is not important. What I want you to walk away with is how you must be treated and how to ensure you're treated that way, and have the courage, the fearlessness to let that motherfucker go if they don't meet your standards. And if anyone ever tells you your expectations are too high, your standards are too high, you will always be alone, you know what you tell them? Kiss my ass. Just because you can't do it doesn't mean there's not another person who can. So get your sorry ass out of my face. Have a nice life. You hear what I said? Anyone ever tells you your standards are too high, your expectations are too high, you will never find what you're seeking. What you tell them is, my expectations are not the issue. You got the problem because you cannot meet my expectations. And that is your problem, not mine. Goodbye. And then you say, thank you, next. So this is all I have for you this week. Please come back again next week. Read up on gaslighting. Read up on gaslighters. Read up on reactive abuse. Reactive abuse was someone antagonize you, bullies you, hurt you, and then when you pop the hell off on them, then they turn and say, you're the aggressor, you're the bully, you're this horrible, horrible person. Don't fall for these tricks and schemes. Use good judgment. Pace yourself. Watch and trust yourself. I'll speak to you all next week. Until the next time. Are you disappointed this has come to an end? Well, it doesn't have to. Reach out and follow me on Instagram at Difficult and Demanding, and let me know what you think about this episode and my show. Episode 87 will be here on Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020 from Difficult and Demanding.